Okay, a few months ago I purchased this wallet, Ridge wallet, holds credit cards and your folded money here in this strap. And it's taken a little while, but I've really grown to like this thing. It's compact and everything is kind of neatly tucked away, and it takes up minimal space. So we have a little cubby for a mail and other things, and I'll show you that here. That's on our wall in the laundry room as you enter from the garage. And I'm using that for inspiration to build this. And the one thing that I'm going to do is eliminate the hooks. That's why I call it my Key Wallet Cubby. In here will be the mail slot. Then down below here I'll have 3 cubbies. One for my wallet and 2 for my set of keys, and then my wife's set of keys. Now we both have vehicles that just have key fobs that have to be inside the vehicle. We don't have a key to start them anymore, but I still have the key fob and a set of keys, but I want to keep them in here. I don't want to hook them up here like that you saw on that white one. Although I could still do that, I guess. At any rate, then I'm going to divide that picture area into 6 individual spots for 6 photos. And then what you don't see on here is I've got some molding that I'm going to add to trim it out up on top here. So, and the other thing you don't see, because it would kind of black everything out, is that in this recess will be a piece of 1/8 inch glass, and then a 1/4 inch piece to hold all that in. So this is the basic drawing that I'm working off of, and that's what I want to do for my next project here. I think this would make a nice nice Christmas gift for every home, actually. Some place to keep your stuff organized and safe. If you want to hook keys, you could put a couple, maybe 4 hooks on this thing to hold keys, and then this could be eliminated, or you could have something else there as well. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, after making out a list of rough cut stock that I need for this project, I came down to my shop and I decided I'm going to finally use these doors that I had made for my dartboard cabinet that were wrong. They were too short, and I won't go into it, but I finally found a reason to cut them up. I've been kind of saving them for the longest time, thinking I can use them as doors, but I'm going to finally bite the bullet and rip them apart. Alright, so before and after. A couple of panels. 3 rails and 2 stiles. Now the good news is I can get what I need out of these long ones. The bad news is I went 3/8 depth instead of 1/4, and I could have seen that right here and I've been paying attention, because it's a tongue and mortise groove that I've got there, and it's 3/8 deep. So you can see that right here. At any rate, there's still a full 1.5 or 1 5/8 here for me to work with, which is good. Alright, after a bit of sawing and resawing, I've got some nice matching pieces here, and right now they're a fat 5/16. So I'm going to keep them that way for now. I've got to take, I've decided I'm going to take these two and glue them together to make the front panel. So that's, and the other thing I did was, when I was done with these, I've got them labeled A's, B's, C's, and D's. I took this pair and ran them over the joiner together so that when you unfold them, they should made up perfectly flat. So I'm going to put a little bead of glue on these, no other reinforcement at all, and glue these up so I can get my front panel out of these two pieces. Alright, I got all my parts ready to go. Got the two pieces glued together for the slanted front, so that looks nice. Two pieces for my sides, rails and stiles, and then the interior parts come out of these four pieces. The one thing I did was I printed out a full-scale print of my side, and I thought, well, I'll just glue it on and cut them both. But I decided as long as I had my shaper router out to make a template. And what I'm going to do is make these straight cuts as best I can, and then I'll bandsaw this part here and run this edge on my router with a pattern bit to get identical pieces. So they'll go on like this, and I'll cut those so they're both identical. Alright, so I've taken my template and laid it on here, made a pencil mark. Originally I thought I'd take my table saw and make this straight cut to get it started, but I think I'll just cut it wide of the line here with the bandsaw, and then just have my router bit follow the template. The other thing is, from this point to this one is 3 inches, and then it angles out toward the top here, and I believe it's a 1/2 inch. If you were to draw a straight line across, it's 1/2 inch up to give it that little taper out for your mail slot or whatever you want to call it. Alright, I got my template double-sided taped to my workpiece. Everything feels good and flush. And the thing about this piece is that you want to route this downhill, so I'm going to be on the right side of the bit and finish it that way. If I was the other way around, yeah. Anyway, that's what I got to do. So I want to make sure that this part here is being routed downhill this way, because the grain is going here. I don't want to come at it and blow this thing out. Alright, let's see how it goes here. Actually a climb cut. I could feel it as I was starting it, but I wasn't removing that much material, so I got away with it. I should have had this template mounted the other way, but I'll get it on there properly for the next one. At any rate, I gotta finish this little bit off. Should be easy. Alright, make sure I get it mounted on the correct way this time. This way. Okay, two identical parts. I think what I may have to do there is get that little rounded edge there. Don't know if there's any way to straighten that out or not. At any rate, these two are ready to go. Alright, I just got off the table saw with these two pieces. I've got a 3/8 rabbet cut on the front side of both pieces. I took the time to take a marking gauge and mark 3/8 my final depth so I didn't get any tear out, and it's a good thing I did. So I'm just taking this block plane and kind of getting these saw marks removed. Okay, that was pure torture. I'll call it way less than satisfactory results. I got a lot of chip out right here, and these are not as smooth as I'd like them to be. So I'm going to go to plan B, and I found that taping these down is a good thing. That keeps it nice and stable. And I think what I'll do is grab my router, put my bottom flattening bit in it, and straddle this and get as close as I can, and then finish the rest up with a chisel or a hand plane of some kind. Okay, a couple of sleds. I took the time to flatten and run it through my planer to make sure they're both parallel and flat. And I've got this bottomed out at some point along here. I'm going to run it and see where I'm at. And then we'll drop it down a little bit, making sure I note where that stop is. And then I got to turn the vacuum on here. Again, fast, Good results. Same depth. Nice.